Opposing Gloves here, and this, I'm still wearing a hat. This is the second part in the video of general sound design. This time we're bringing in third-party stuff to do sound design with. So we're gonna get a lot more options when we're doing stuff. I have the project file we were working on, and now let's just open up a new file. I didn't even save crap. And then we are going to just make some stuff. So let's get into just the general stuff. So leads stay relatively the same. You add a little bit of reverb and stuff. So it's not really all that exciting. But as far as pads go, you can go a lot farther. So a lot more easily. And bass sounds open up horizons too. So I have 2 triangles and a saw. That's my low end. I'm going to bring it up to 12. And I'm thinking right now I want some sort of a pad, right? Something nice. So let's come down here and space it out. And I'm gonna do something like this. Dun 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 dun. And then this one's going to go to F major. We're going to use F7. So we're going to take this E. This is going to be an E flat. Congratulations. It'll be a little weird with the voicing, whatever. And then we're going to do this same chord only in a different inversion. Just a different inversion. So, whoops. Oh, sound design 3 times. So let's see, whatever. So I have to hit Control S. Like if I don't, like I feel wrong. So this is stupid. Cool. So we got our notes, and I'm gonna avoid layering. I'll probably end up doing a little bit of layering. I'll add some phase roundness. So that's a big move right there. Now we can start making things a little more interesting. I'm gonna bring this up an octave. Maybe not. I'll leave that where it was. Try this one. Let's just bring this all up. Take these guys back down. So now we're gonna send it to a track, and we're gonna add. First off, I'm gonna look at my EQ. So I want the mids are gonna have plenty of stuff going on. I'm gonna dip over here just because it's unnecessary, and just in a mix later on. That was something I'm gonna do anyway. So I may go back and change it though. I reserve the right to change it if it doesn't feel as full as I want it to be. I'm gonna bring the high cut back down. Okay, so I just slapped on a reverb. I took the wet up. I turned my decay up. What you can do is you can clone this, and then on this one we're gonna use a square waves instead. Now here you may consider distorting or using compression. However, you probably won't need to. When you mix it though, you're going to be mixing softer. See, our mids are just sucking stuff up. So what might actually make it sound cleaner is if we dip the mids a little. And also, no, I'm pretty okay with that. I just realized that I touched what I thought was the volume knob, and it is not. So there you go. You have some options there. Some people, they'll do, they don't want that big dun 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 at the beginning, so they'll do a small volume thing. Some automation and stuff. Sounds really cool. So let's move on. So we already kind of covered leads. The plucks are pretty easy to do, so I'm not going to do those either. It's just really just the envelope. But the other one that I want to do, I guess really the one that I want to show you, is the idea of the bass with a wave shaper. So that's the other one. We'll end here, because the rest of it is pretty explanatory if you understand the ideas, which you should, from what the knobs do and sound synth basics. So, okay, now let's, I'm not going to get into vocoders because that's like an entirely separate topic, but I highly recommend checking out my videos in FL12 effects on vocoders. So right now we have this, and you'd be surprised. So there's an overtone structure. If we were to analyze this, go to open up a signal analyzer. So we only have a couple notes, and I thought there was an overtone structure, but we're not using soft, so it's, there we go. Okay, so we have that, right? Now what we could do is, this is gonna get a little complicated, so you may consider looking up these things in the FL12 effects. This is a free plugin deal. I'll do a video on it soon. So I'm gonna make this a band pass. So just using a filter, I'm gonna filter it, and then I'm gonna take stuff away, compress it, distort it, and then do that one more time, and we should have a pretty cool bass sound by the end. So that's our goal. So we're gonna, and now I'm gonna automate this filter. So I'm gonna move this around, create an automation clip, and I'm gonna move the band around. So I'm gonna change the size of the band like so. I'm gonna add a resonance peak up there, right there, and I'm gonna cut down here, because that'll just be muddy anyways. I could cut a lot more aggressively if I really wanted to, but anyways, so this first one is gonna be where my filter is, and now as a bandpass filter, I need to be aware that I want it to hang around in the middle, and when I go up to these edges, it's gonna be the high end and this is gonna be the low end. So I'm thinking of going from down to low, like a wah wah wah. And then we can move the band width up. Then we could bring it down right here for some reason. And then so pretty simple sound right now, and it's literally, we're just using this as a source generator essentially. Now we're gonna compress it some, so we're gonna get a maximus out, and this is like no rule zone. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna distort it at this point using the wave shaper. I don't have a thing on maximus yet. There will be one soon, but right now it's a multi-band compressor, and I'm basically expanding all three bands. It's not like crazy. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this. It is a bit of a high note though. Let's go. That's from Maximus. Let's bring this down. On the EQ, part of it's just the band. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an EQ after the Maximus. You know what? I'm going to add the EQ after just everything. I'll just fix it here. Cool. So I'm going to filter more of it away. And you know what? I'm going to go to the source real quick. I'm going to try phase offsetting stuff a little. Cool. On this one, I'm going to just add some resonance and some movement, mostly cuts around, and a very large resonance band. So I'm going to move 5 around. So I'm going to create automation clip. I'm going to move 6 around, create automation clip, and I'm going to move 3 around, create automation clip. Okay, cool. So these are just going to be kind of like whatever movements. Da 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 na 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 na. Who needs fancy crap to do stuff? Not me. Well, I guess Maximus is kind of fancy, but whatever. You know, we're too cool for school. Cool. Let's do this. What I'm going to do after that stereo stuff, I'm going to run it through another stereo effect. It'll probably just undo whatever I did, but I think it'll be interesting to do that just as a process. On the wave shaper, I'm going to engage also center just to be safe. I'm not doing anything asymmetrical, so it shouldn't matter too much. So what you're going to do is you're going to get some cool moments out of here that you can use later on in a track. That's pretty much the goal. And there's one other thing. This one's a free one. It's a cool wave shaper. It's called, well, let me just look up. It's called 8-bit. I do have a video on this one. It's called 8-bit shaper. It's by X4 Records. Very cool. What the heck? Okay, that wasn't, okay. I thought it was something else. What's interesting about this one is it has a, it's granular. So that's kind of strange. It's strange. And it's got filters and post and pre-gain and all sorts of weird stuff. So all that noise was from the bit shaper. I just want to use the wave shaper to use a different wave shaper. I don't know. I feel like it's sort of making a difference. I don't hear too big a difference because it's already distorted pretty heavy. That was our original sound. This is our sound after effects. So then we come in here and try and change our source material. What we could do is we could try changing the automation to make maybe a groove out of it if we do want to just run with this bass. I'm going to go to a smaller step size. Whoops, no. Yeah, 3 oscillator, man. Don't underestimate its power. Here I'm going to do sort of a rhythmic thing. I didn't want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what? Okay, so let's really quick make a tiny drop just to prove to you that we can use this. Holy crap! I just realized that all of this is on the master channel. That's not a good thing. So I'm gonna get rid of my signal analyzer, and oops. Okay, so I'm gonna record this and run from there. So we can still use it. Don't worry. So what we'll do is we're going to Edison, record on play. So Edison, record on play. Cool, we're done. Okay, now what we could do is come over here, quit recording, drag it onto there. We're gonna do this really fast. And we're gonna turn off all these things so that our master channel is free. And then accept the limiter. We'll keep the limiter there. Okay, so we're gonna take this, move it all off to the side. It's whatever now. So we have this. And then we're gonna clone it again and just do a little gate thing here at the beginning. I'm gonna use the slice tool on regular cell mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, not halfway. Do. And then you go like this. And this part right here is unnecessary junk. Whoops, I wanted to grab those and do something like this. So that's pretty cool. That's a little jam. I'm not gonna get too crazy because I want to finish this up like right now. So I'm just gonna go in here and grab a loop from the drums. I'm gonna go to 128 full loops. And then as you see, we already have sort of a tiny groove session going. So we'll go like this. Anyways, yeah, that's the stuff. So that's basic. When you get into third-party stuff, the sky's the limit. It just depends on the tools you have and how much you know how to use them. If you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe and have a blessed day. You think that it's over, you think that it's done, but our symbols are